day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
As a Jamaican, what that means for me, I feel that what he's trying to do, what is he going to go by everybody's house and bust up in their door and ask them for their papers?
And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty.
I just want him to go because he will kill all of us over here.
Donald Trump's return to the White House as the 47th President of the United States is more than just a headline. It's a seismic shift in global politics. And for Jamaicans, both in the US and at home, this presidency is a wake-up call with far-reaching consequences. Trump's hardline immigration policies, his economic strategies, and the renewed America First doctrine will send shockwaves through families, industries, and economies. And for me, this isn't just about politics. It's about people. It's about the aunt in Florida sending money home to put food on the table. It's about the Jamaican taxi driver in New York whose hustle supports 3 generations back home. It's about the ripple effect of one man's policies on an entire diaspora and the island they still call home. This channel is fully independent, without sponsorships, which gives me the freedom to create genuine content about Jamaica. So if you'd like to support the work I do, you can use the PayPal link below or join our Patreon. And if that's not an option, even subscribing to the channel or liking this video makes a big difference and helps Elite Jamaica continue to grow. The role of Jamaicans in the US economy. Jamaicans have always been integral to the US economy. From construction workers in Miami to nurses in New York, their contributions go beyond numbers. Yet, for many, their existence in the US hangs by a thread. Trump's renewed focus on deportations threatens not just their livelihoods, but the very fabric of American society. So let's get real. Immigrants do the jobs Americans refuse to do. Who is picking the strawberries in California? Who is delivering your pizza during a snowstorm in Chicago? Who is taking care of your aging relatives in Florida? It's immigrants, many of them Jamaicans. Trump's ICE policies aim to remove, quote, illegal aliens. But let's ask a hard question. If every undocumented immigrant were deported, what would happen? The economy would grind to a halt. Industries would collapse. Just look at the UK. Post-Brexit, their anti-immigration stance left the farms understaffed, restaurants shuttered, and healthcare in chaos. That's not speculation, as a matter of fact. It's fact.
But I'm anxious for the people who are here illegally, built a family, and more than likely will be sent back home.
There's going to be a lot of craziness. It's going to be a circus, but not a good kind.
Jamaicans in the US are more than just workers. They are cultural ambassadors, community builders, and essential cogs in the machine. Deporting them isn't just cruel, it's self-destructive. Remittances from the US are the backbone of Jamaica's economy. In 2024 alone, Jamaicans abroad sent home over $3 billion US, money that feeds families, funds education, and builds homes. But what happens when that flow of cash is disrupted? Let's break this down. Remittances aren't just handouts, they are investments. When Jamaicans abroad send money home, they are supporting not only their families, but also local businesses, from corner shops to taxi operators. If deportations under Trump's ICE policies increase, that lifeline shrinks. Families back home will struggle to survive, and small businesses will have to close. And it's not just about the money. The emotional toll of deportations can't be ignored. Imagine a single mother in New York working 2 jobs to send their kids to school in Kingston, only to be detained and deported. Her children lose their provider, and their extended family loses their anchor. This isn't just an economic issue, it's a human crisis. Jamaica's ties to the United States run deep, from trade to tourism. The US is Jamaica's largest trading partner, or one of, buying everything from Blue Mountain coffee to bauxite. But Trump's America First policies could strain this relationship. If the US tightens trade restrictions or imposes tariffs, Jamaica's economy could take a hit. And let's not forget tourism. American tourists account for a significant portion of Jamaica's visitors. A downturn in the US economy, whether from stricter immigration policies or other factors, could mean fewer tourists, fewer dollars, and fewer jobs for Jamaicans. And deportations don't just remove individuals, they destroy communities. Families are torn apart, children are left without parents, and entire neighborhoods lose their lifeblood. For Jamaicans, the stigma of deportation adds another layer of pain. Many deportees return to Jamaica with little to no support system. They are often seen as criminals, even if their only crime was overstaying a visa. Jamaica is not prepared for a mass influx of deportees. Jobs are scarce, and resources are stretched thin. Deportees often find themselves marginalized, unable to reintegrate into society. This creates a cycle of poverty and desperation that benefits no one. Trump's policies may resonate with his base, but they ignore a fundamental truth. Immigrants are the backbone of the US economy. Deporting them isn't just morally questionable, but it's economically suicidal. Let's look at the numbers. Immigrants contribute over $2 trillion annually to the US economy. They pay taxes, start businesses, and create jobs. Jamaicans alone have built thriving communities in cities like New York, Miami, and Atlanta. Removing them would create a void that native-born Americans are unlikely to fill. And this isn't just a theory. The UK's post-Brexit labour crisis is a cautionary tale. By driving out immigrants, the UK crippled its own economy. Farms couldn't harvest crops, restaurants couldn't serve customers, and healthcare systems struggled to cope. The US risks a similar fate if it follows the same path. And with all that said, this video isn't just about immigration or Trump. It's about humanity, economy, and survival. It's about the interconnectedness of nations and the real cost of short-sighted policies. Let's face it, controversy gets attention, and this conversation needs attention. Because whether you agree with Trump's policies or not, their impact is undeniable. They affect families, economies, and the very fabric of society. And them are going to affect you too. So here's the challenge. Let's talk about it. Let's debate it. Let's shine a light on the truths that some would rather ignore. Because the future of millions, both in the US and in Jamaica, depends on it. If you found this video interesting or informative, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Elite Jamaica, consider doing so. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
As a Jamaican, what that means for me, I feel that what he's trying to do, what is he going to go by everybody's house and bust up in their door and ask them for their papers?